Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Straight in with a comedy there, no messing about. Hi, hello, and welcome to the Fully Loaded on a Thursday Brain Dump Hangout, where anything can happen, as Who Am I UK one there is just demonstrating. So welcome along. We're live. We're a little bit late. Sorry about that. I had some technical issues that I need to resolve. They are resolved, so we're glad about that. So without any further ado, the first thing I'll say is, if you want to watch this and add any comments or put comments or get involved in any way in the Hangout, then you need to go to the bottom left of this video if you're watching on YouTube. It'll give you a link to Google+, which will take you direct to the Hangout, where you can then switch on the app called Q&A, which you'll find from a little square grid box over on the right-hand side at the top of your screen. And from there, you'll be able to ask us questions that we can respond to. There we go. There's the instructions. Right, so from that, what I will crack on with now is going to see what retrobates have turned up already for the Fully Loaded. So let's start with Wiggy.
Right, after what Bobby said Tuesday, it's a hello, baby.
Excellent. Okay, cheers, Wiggy. Nice intro. Who's going to top that? Let's go to some Andy.
Hello, YouTubers.
Okay, brilliant. Let's go to Car Biker.
Yep.
Fantastic. Across to Bobby in New York.
I am Spartacus.
Okay, excellent. Cheers, Bobby. And of course, we've got Dave.
Hello.
So Dave wins the challenge for the shortest hello in this particular Hangout. Excellent. And Larry Davis is already in the Q&A, and he says, "Hello, gods of vlogs." What channel's that one?
He must be Spartacus at the end.
Ah, that's what it'll be. Yeah, it'll be Spartacus. Yeah,
Bobby Spartacus.
Superb stuff. Oh, and Steve's in there as well. Hi, Steve, and he says, "Evening, chaps."
Evening.
Hey, mate.
Excellent stuff. Carm's excited as usual. Right then, so what should we do now? I know what. Let's find out if anyone has prepared over the last week any news and topics for tonight. And let's start with Bobby, Beast Rider.
Hey! News and topics. Let's see, news. I've been doing a lot of riding. Been very, very happy. I've been going back and forth between two helmets. I have an HJC, which is the HD Max helmet, which is great. That's my vlogging helmet. My regular riding helmet, which is the Scorpion EXO 900. Don't have a setup on that yet, but I've been enjoying both, and I've got to say the wind resistance, or the lack of wind noise on the Scorpion is fantastic. So eventually I'm going to set that up for vlogging. I did also find on YouTube a show that I had mentioned that I wanted to find on one of the earlier Hangouts, which was Allo Allo, and various references to the Fallen Madonna with the Big Boobies by Van Clomp, and I love it. As far as topics, I actually just did a video. I have to do some editing on it about these wannabe thugs and you know, just like idiots walking up and down the street with their pants hanging off their ass. It really bothered me. But that being said, after I had done the video, I'm walking around the corner, just taking a little walk, and I see this absolute jackape on a Ninja 250 with his pants hanging off his ass. He's wearing shorts. He's wearing flip-flops. He's wearing a tank top, and his pants are hanging off his ass.
Oh, my God.
What I want to know is, how would you handle that situation if you had the chance to talk to this absolute ass monkey?
Okay, I would have probably told you straight away that he should be in San Francisco and it's that way, but anyway. So what? Are you talking about squids and what to say to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your opener should be, does Ugg understand English?
Okay, so people riding without protection, and footwear is the one that gets me the most. So flip-flops, yeah. Okay, so we'll talk about that. It's a good topic. Thank you very much. Nice little note there. Okay, let's go across then from Bobby with a great topic and some awesome news to Richard, a car and biker.
Well, I'd like to start with a thank you. I'd like to thank my colleagues at work for bringing me, and my wife for framing for me, my certificate, my clavicle of achievement, presented to Richard Dickey Carlebone of navigation around safe landing areas. Thank you very much for that, people. It's nice, isn't it? Yeah, I was on a call with the person who no doubt created that, and Lisa walks in and says, "I framed this for you." It's like, oh, thanks, as if they weren't taking the piss enough. News. I went to the hospital on Monday, and I was incredibly restrained when the surgeon, so-called professional, said, "This is nature's way of telling you shouldn't ride motorbikes."
What?
What a quack.
He actually said that to me.
Face and said, "This is nature's way of telling you don't be stupid."
Yeah, this might be nature's way of telling you that, but I'm keeping you in a job, aren't I?
Yeah.
So
Did you
I'm
laugh in
unimpressed.
a fake way for an uncomfortable long period of time to make him feel that small?
No, I just went.
Oh.
I'm going private instead.
Nice.
So I sod him. Luckily, my work does have a health insurance policy, so I'm going to go and see somebody who's actually been paid to give a toss, rather than just being paid to get you out of there as quickly as possible. Wasn't too impressed with. I mean, it might be right that he says, "Well, just give it 6 weeks and see what happens," but essentially that's what they said. Come back in 6 weeks and we'll see what's happened. And if it's healed, great, and if it hasn't, then we'll consider surgery. So I thought second opinion is definitely warranted. Looking at the NHS website, they even say there are more things that the NHS is supposed to do, so I guess he just wanted me out there quick. So that's my news. Topics. I did have one as well. No, I'll just second Bobby's topic.
Okay.
You could second my topic without knowing it.
I second Dave's topic.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what then. Let's go to Dave.
Presuming it's legal
No, it's legal.
and moral.
And bike related, maybe.
It's bike related.
Excellent. Cheers, Richard. I don't know how he was that restrained for the surgeon, but anyway. Let's go to Dave then. Cheers for that, Richard. Dave, news and topics, buddy.
Hi everybody. Yeah, I was out news-wise. I was out on my bike a few times this week, getting myself back into the gist of things. Still can't officially ride yet until the doctors say I'm okay, and I'm still waiting to hear for a new MRI scan date. But they didn't say I cannot, absolutely cannot. So I'm doing a few rides. And for the topic, I was watching a video on YouTube today, and it got me thinking: if you're organising a ride out, how would you cope with inappropriate acrobatics and dangerous riding whilst in your ride out?
Are you talking about the one from Captain Cranky?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Oh, I've not seen that.
Yeah, Christ.
All right, I'll have to look at that. So ride outs and
we all know there's a place and time for having acrobatics and riding fast or whatever we want to do at certain points in time. But there's also places where you don't do it. Just watching Calm shaking his head. But yeah, it got me thinking. How would you, if you're in charge of the rider, how would you deal with it?
Okay, good topic. I like that. I like that one a lot. Okay, excellent stuff. All right, yeah, we'll definitely cover that one. So we've got a theme started here. We've got people riding with no protection and people doing stuff around out they shouldn't be doing. There may be a theme. Okay, nice one, Dave. I like that one. Okay, then let's go across then to Weggy for news and topics.
News-wise, not a great deal really. Let's say I've got the next 12 minutes setting up the suspension for myself at the moment. So we'll take it out for a couple of 3 runs just to sort of dial it in and get it fully prepared. We have got the Cop Dog motorcycle run coming this Sunday, I believe. So we're looking forward to that. The other thing that surprised me was I've just recently purchased a new Shark helmet. Was the actual cost of a replacement visor. Now they got a drop down sun visor, the inbuilt visor, but I couldn't believe that the replacement dark visor is 50 quid. Now that might, not surprise many of you who have got the had the more expensive helmets, but 50 quid for basically a piece of.
Are you talking?
A ridiculous amount of money.
You're talking about the internal visor is 50 quid.
No, not the internal one.
Full
no,
visor.
Yeah, the full visor. Yeah.
That with a pin lock and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But that's well, actually, the dark visors. I'm not sure whether they actually produce them with a pin lock. I know I've got the pin lock with the clear visor and the drop down visor is the dark one. But I was just looking for a replacement full black visor for the main visor.
That one.
And it just surprised me with the cost,
Like that one.
Is it pin locked?
Yep.
I've got a pin lock on my dark visor, but mine's not a Shark.
Yeah, 50 quid it was. Mine's a Shark S900C.
Wow.
Yeah. Mine's the Shark 700S.
Right. So yeah, I mean, for 50 quid you should get a pin lock with it. I would have thought.
Yeah, I was going to say I thought it was a little bit pricey. Just that was purely for the dark visor rather than the pin lock, to be honest with you. But
did it come? What you mean? Yeah, it comes with the pin lock as well, though, the internal bit. Yeah.
Well, you got the internal visor. Well, obviously the visor that they supplied with the helmet is the clear visor with the pin lock, and I got I paid another. The pin lock, the inner visor was included with the price of the helmet, which was about 150 quid, which weren't too bad. But I was just surprised at the actual cost of the replacement dark visor.
Where did you get it from, Wuggy?
Well, I actually spoke to Rob down at Ipswich Motorcycle Accessories, and that was one of the cheapest places I could find it. I had possibly seen it online for a little bit less, but I wanted to get it locally, to be honest with you. But so I wanted it for the weekend. But I just saw that. But
I think Weggy, in general, I think all visors, if you look for like shoey like mine and different other things, when it comes to getting a new visor, you've got to get a second mortgage. They're so expensive, it's unbelievable. For what they are, yeah.
Yeah, for what I mean, don't get me wrong, you get different qualities like you do, but obviously, it just surprised me that 50 quid in anyone's book is quite a bit of money to fork out just for a visor, isn't it? Unless you go for the glossy finish or whatever. But yeah. Anyway, apart from that, topics-wise, nothing really. And I think we've got enough topics to keep us going for a couple of hours.
I've just looked up your visor. It's the same as my one.
Yes, I believe.
And it looks like they've gone up in price because where I bought mine from, I paid about 50 quid. For the standard visor, it's 45 quid without a pin lock.
Yeah, I was going to say.
With a pin lock, it's 68 quid.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Somebody did say to me that the visors for the Sharks in particular are a little bit more expensive than most, to be honest.
Right. I mean, I paid 45 for mine, and I've got a blooming. My helmet, you don't get any more expensive than my helmet. It's a bloody AGV Corsair, and and they've got like a really thick visor as well. It's to cope with any debris that might hit your visor. And I got mine for £45, and I got 3. I got a light tin, a dark tin, and a clear, and they all have pin locks as well.
Yeah.
I must have been really lucky there, I think, then, in that case. I can't believe
I'll just have to check to see whether this one has got a pin lock, because I mean most of us nowadays ride with a pin lock system anyway, don't we?
Yeah.
I wouldn't ride without one now that I've used one.
No, not would I.
I never forget Richard's pin lock video. He's doing the pin lock test. He was like breathing on the visor. That was brilliant.
Shows how well it worked, though, doesn't it?
It does. It did, mate. It totally proved the point. And totally recommend pin locks to anybody. Get pin locks.
I think Jim's video was the best when he done his homemade one.
His double glazed helmet.
That
was great.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Jim. Where is Jim? We need him back in these hangouts, man. I'll tell you.
The only slight drawback is that you have to buy 2 visors at 45 quid each.
Jim's left a comment in the Q&A, which you'll get to.
Oh, is Jim on the Q&A?
Yep.
Come on in, Jim.
I thought he was brilliant. I used to love it when he used to do all them bloody do-it-yourself stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Turn the table for his bike and everything.
I was going to say, we do worry about him as well sometimes when he was doing that turntable.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, let me just see if I can get him. Yeah, there he is. Right, I'll send him an invite. Jim, come in if you want, mate. You're more than welcome. You know that, mate. You're the legend. Jim Payne, basically. Simple as that. So it'd be great to have you in. I'll send you a link. Okay, now, I'm just because I've noticed that the Q&A's gone bonkers. Before we go to the next news and topics, in fact, actually, we've only got Andy to go, haven't we? Let's do Andy, and then we'll go on to the Q&A. So, have a go, Andy. News and topics.
Well, my topic really is soft bags or hard bags.
Oh,
really.
don't go there. I'm not spitting any more beer out tonight.
No, I tell you what, I had a shit day today. I went out and done a vlog this morning, brought it home, edited it all up, went to put it up to upload it. Yeah, everything went fine. Saved it, went to upload it. Error. 7 times later, I still can't get it up, and I don't know why. Can't get it up at all.
That's an admission.
Can't get it up. I'm going to have to go and get something else. I think some Viagra or something to get this fucking vlog up. I'll tell you. But
I'm going to be downloading this video later and putting this up.
I don't know if any of you chaps have had the same problem, because all the time I've been doing this, I've never had this happen. But it just keeps coming up error when it's actually putting it up onto YouTube, and I've got no idea why. There's nothing wrong with the vlog, it runs smooth and it's edited smooth, but I don't know why. I've got no idea. 7 times I've tried it and it just keeps failing. If any of you have had that before,
yeah, I had that.
Actually, Andy, that is interesting. It is, because I've been noticing something strange going on recently with Google and uploading to YouTube.
Yeah.
So if we get time, I'll try and bring that one in as well.
Yeah, because I've never had a problem with it before, you know what I mean? I've had 1 or 2 will fail and I've reloaded it, and that goes up. But this one, time, and I've even put the vlog into a file on my computer, and then brought it out the file and tried to load it up, and that still won't, So I don't know.
Yeah, I've noticed some strange things going on as well. So if we can get to that, we will.
And the other thing is, Andy, have you noticed that the comment thing has gone back to normal now?
Yes, it has, and I started to try and clear some away today. Yes, it's gone back to normal, gone back to sanity.
Yeah, you know what bugs me though? In this side panel where you have your subscriptions, people you subscribe to and all that. I had little groups set up for like different sections of motor vloggers that I like that have things in common and stuff, and it's gone. It's gone. Those little like the little groups that you can make out of your subscription, gone. What the hell is up with that? I mean, it's ridiculous. Now I gotta go searching through that entire list to go find people, and it's annoying. YouTube does.
Yeah, Google and YouTube are their own boss, really, aren't they? They don't sort of say, look, we're planning to make this change. What do you think? They just do it. It's simple as that, innit? And we just have to suffer.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, well, we're doing it anyway.
Exactly. Okay, but if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be having this hangout. So whatever. Right, okay, let's go to the Q&A, and let's go and say hello to Big Kev, because he says, good morning, chaps.
Okay.
And yeah, I did to the question.
Good to see you about Kev. Okay, got some interesting comments here. So let's go to Sergeant Markins. Hi, Sergeant Markins, buddy. Send you a link. He says, I like to ride in my thong.
Yeah, fair enough.
And probably playing the thong song in his headphones too, no doubt. Awesome. I don't get any visual images there, whatever you do. Let's move on quickly. And Big Kev says, Dave beat me to the question. Okay, yep, so we'll definitely be covering that one, Kev. Yeah, ride outs and what you do, or how you deal with people that aren't riding appropriately. Okay, good. Okay, let's quickly do Jasutu77. He says, I save my advice for my children unless asked, does the Pope wear protection? Anyone know? No. Or I do know, though, he drives around in a great big bubble in the Pope-mobile.
He doesn't need protection because they're mostly under 5 anyway.
Oh, no, come on.
That's true.
I know, they're constantly making apology videos all the time. You see it on the next time. We're sorry, we're sorry, we're sorry. Yeah. Anyway,
apparently they're going to try and get Infamous Biker as a full-time job to do the apology videos for them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure that Tig would want to work for the church. To be fair,
they can apologise to me.
Actually, now we could ask him in a minute. I just want to clear down the Q&A first, and then we'll go to Tig. Hi, buddy.
All right, mate.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm fine. Okay, let's go to 08. Right, he says, hello everybody. He's so excited to pick up my new bike tomorrow. Aren't we all when we pick up a new bike? Awesome. Rejoin pull your left fingers and flick up and down your left foot brigade. Yay!
Yay!
There's something to say about manual bikes, and that is they're awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent. Congrats, 08. I hope you're going to do a video or something and show us what it is and everything else. I look forward to seeing that. So let me know once you've got that up, buddy. Everyone likes a new bike. Okay, where do we go from there? So Jim Payne says, can't get you on. You whack a Skype thingy, Mr. B. Okay.
I've sent him one.
Cheers, guys. Yeah, if anyone wants a link, always feel free to send them. Don't wait for me to do it. It gets a bit hectic as a host. So hopefully you'll join us very soon. Right, the Studio 77 says, good question, Dave. On our camping trips, we have one that tend to be keen to be a bit more adventurous. Most of the time, we just pay no attention and let him get on with it. He gets fed up of being a bit lonely after a while. Yes, you will do. You'll get excluded, basically, when you act a tip, but we'll get to that topic in a minute. Von Schwarzenegger says, don't forget to put cream on the old bags. Don't go there. We're not going there. Jim Payne says, taking a piss, that was great. He's referring to his Pinlock version.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great. Just like I'll never forget his tweet. He's the best. Right, Jasutu77 says, blow the bell, Andy. LOL.
Oh, there you go.
Indeed. Oh, Larry Davis says, no protection. I like to ride bareback. Okay.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat.
He also says, Jim's Pinlock is the best. There we go. I'm sure he'll get them on his website soon so he can purchase one. And Big Kev's got a question for the panel. He says, question for the panel on Captain Cranky's latest vid. I've not watched it yet, girl. He was on a ride out with about 40 motovloggers, and a couple of them was riding dangerously and illegally. What would you do? Okay, that fits in there nicely with Dave's topic, and we will get to that, Kev. Nice.
Yeah,
one.
that was a question that I beat him to.
Okay, brilliant. Bimbleboy Blue says, evening, gents.
Evening, mate.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Ride quickly says, I want to know what is going on through Carl's mind as he reached the top of that drop and then was doing his Archangel Gabriel impression.
I think it went along the lines of, this feels wrong. I'm definitely coming off here. Why am I upside down? I think I've broken my leg. Oh, good, my leg's okay. Why is that collarbone there? It was was about it, and then just before, ooh, that really hurts, was it's going to be a while before I'm riding again.
And all of that came out.
Didn't you get to the bit that like most of us go is this is going to hurt?
No, I didn't get the this is going to hurt bit, to be honest.
I'm definitely not here. Why am I upside down?
Hang on, Jim, you're playing back a video. Jim, stop the browser window with the video on it. Come on, Jim, sort out all your wizardry technology stuff.
Ooh, that really hurts.
Oh,
A while before I'm riding again.
I watched the first episode of 12 Monkeys last night, and now I think I'm in it.
What most of us go is
Jim Payne, stop the video that's on the other browser. Have you sorted it yet?
Is that right?
I think you fixed it.
Hey!
I'm pretty crap at this.
Join the club.
Absolutely fine. Jim, I'm going to get back to you in a second. We're nearly through the Q&A. There's one from Jim. And this is in reference to the surgeon. And Jim says, did you collar him, Richard?
I nearly cuffed him.
And then did naughty things. Right, okay, excellent. And Larry Davis says, calm song, I believe I can fly. Oh, no, I can't.
I'm really glad I didn't die.
Brilliant. Oh, and we've got a new commenter. I always like it when new people join, and it's Porky555, and he says, hello, gents. Have a good one.
Oh, mate.
Good.
I saw his film in the 80s.
Yeah, with the apple pie. Excellent. Right, okay, we've cleared down the Q&A, so what we're going to do now is go and say hello to the two new members of the panel, and we're going to start in order of appearance, and that would only be the infamous biker Kev.
Hello. You okay?
Absolutely. Your video's gone black again.
I know, the camera's shit. I don't know what's up with it. I need to fix it, but...
Have you got a different...
If I put my finger up to it, it stops, and then for a few seconds, and then it freezes up again. I don't know what's up with it.
Somebody who's good with computers, to be honest, don't you?
Well, yeah. Rich, do you know anyone?
I do. Have a word with Andy. His daughter, very good. Very good.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, she come round and fix it for you, mate.
Hey, Kev, while you're here, buddy, you got any news and topics for us?
No.
How's the Triumph going? Is it all right?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, I've got my first service next weekend. I've got about 550, 600 miles on it now, so I've got to get it to 800 by next weekend, which I'm sure won't be a problem. Yeah. But yeah, it's great. It's great. It's been great on the motor. I've had to go up and down the motorway a few times to work, and it's been absolutely spot on. It's brilliant. Love it. Absolutely chuffed with it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And we need to do that bloody ride out as well. God damn it.
Yes, we do. We do. Yes.
Right. Okay. Cheers, Kev. Let's go across to Jim Payne, the legend.
How is everybody?
Woo. Hi, Jim.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. I've all booked off for this ride out. The car biker ride out. I've managed to screw everybody and get the time off, which was an absolute nightmare. I've booked a place, a nice hotel. Got the wife going up there, and everything's hunky dory. Apart from.
I reckon that.
Apology video.
I think so.
I reckon Calm should be driven up there in a car with just a stream of bikers behind him.
Oh.
You know what? I was sorely tempted to hire a motorbike and sidecar and get somebody to ride me around it.
Actually, that could still happen. If anyone's watching this who's got a trike or a bike with it, actually, I'd prefer a sidecar.
Yeah, not a trike. A sidecar would be hilarious. If you've got a bike and sidecar, the ride is back on. I'll be in the sidecar, just pointing that way.
Yeah.
More cheese.
Well, contact Colin first, mate, and use his powered mobility scooter thing he had.
It'll be a long ride out.
How fast does it go?
Oh, we're really looking forward to that as well.
Me too.
It would have been a good run.
Oh, hopefully I'll get it reorganised later in the year, and we'll see if we can do it again.
You might as well.
Seriously, if anyone is watching that does have a sidecar that can put harm in it, that'd be fantastic. And if it's a Hayabusa, woo, that'd be brilliant. Excellent.
You want one each side, surely, wouldn't you? Steering a bit of a dodgy. You'd have to do it in. You'd have to link it somehow, wouldn't you? Let me get on with that. I'll get in his bed.
Oh God, I do think.
No offence, Jim, but if you turn up on your pan with a sidecar that you've built in your shed and it's the first try, what's the there?
I'll be able to spin it round. I'll bring my spinner.
Jim, I can't see where I'm going, and it seems to be windy at the back of my head. What's going on?
Yeah, you could totally do that.
We'll have double glazing, Richard.
Jim, I'll tell you now, if you look into it, right, a bit of 4x4 and a few roof bolts, and you'll definitely be able to make a sidecar.
Definitely.
Just make sure, Carl, that you don't hit the brakes.
Oh my God, that would be absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
So, Jim, whilst you're there as well, buddy, have you got any news and topics for us?
No, not really, to be honest. I mean, I keep meaning to go out and do a vlog, but I'm that busy. I'm organising days off and organising hotels, and I just didn't have time to do it.
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing, Richard. That's a fairly close haircut you got there, son.
I copied the master.
You were the trendsetter there, mate.
Yeah.
I want to know what Andy's looks like under that hat.
What? Mine just looks terrible. So
I was wondering if you'd had some kind of operation. It was just a pulsating brain under there.
Not yet. No. I'm having an operation soon to see if they can find my brain.
That makes three of us. You, Andy, and me.
Oh, it would be more like an expedition.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Send out a team of guys. Look for my brain.
Oh, crap. And a nice link as well, because it's only Sergeant Markins has joined us as well.
Yeah, it's just Sergeant Markins.
Yay.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm okay, I guess.
Excellent. Okay, bit tentative there.
Yeah, today I think I ripped my shoulder out.
What?
Yeah, had to go to the hospital. Good times.
Shit. Can you still ride?
I could still ride. I can. I just can't lift anything with my right arm, so masturbation is out of the question.
You should be ambidextrous like me. It's much more fun.
I can't lift anything over 5 pounds.
I just knew it was going that way right from the get-go.
Well, no, I have to make a joke. If I can't laugh at myself, who can I laugh at, right?
True.
Yeah,
I've got a list, if you want a list.
Yeah, in about a week or so, I go back for an MRI.
Okay.
So they're
hopefully it's nothing too serious.
yeah, as long as they don't bend me over and stick a glove up my butt, I'm okay. Thank you. I'll be here till the feed ends.
Is that the way they check shoulders in America?
Well, they've got to come up through the bum.
I want to stick with the NHS.
At least they give me a kiss and a whisper in my ear.
Oh, excellent. And Sergeant, also, whilst you're there, have you got any news and topics for us tonight, buddy?
Topics. Well, good news is the concourse is still running great. The bad news is we've got weather coming up from Texas, which is tornadoes and thunderstorms and hailstones and all that other cool crap. So I don't know if that's good or bad news.
Doesn't sound good for riding.
No, it doesn't.
You're done.
It doesn't. I've done it before and it hurts, so I'm gonna try and avoid it.
And what about any topics, buddy? You got anything in mind, or you're okay?
I'm okay with not having a topic.
Excellent. So am I. We've got some really good topics tonight, actually.
I do love your Puma hat, though.
Okay. Look, the Q&A's gone bonkers again. So let's quickly nip across to that, and then we'll start on our first topic, and that will be Bobby's topic, and that will be all about people riding without protection, or as we call them over here, squids. Okay. So let's quickly do the Q&A, and so Yusuto77 says Richard is not vlogging much these days, bless him. Too busy making impressions of Avid Merriam.
I assume that's because Avid Merriam used to wear a neck brace, but
Who's Avid Merriam?
he was a comedian. Have you seen Celebrity Juice? That Keith Lemon guy.
Yeah.
It's one of his characters.
Ah,
I remember now, going back in the day.
He was obsessed with Big Brother, I think, if memory serves.
Yeah, and then he went for the old broken hand thing instead. Excellent. Yeah, Keith Lemon. That's brilliant. Big Kev says, I missed you, Jim.
Oh, bless him.
Oh, that's nice.
but he reloaded.
I miss Jim. Jim is the reason why this channel exists, I'll tell you. The bloke's a legend. Excellent stuff. And Big Kev also says, Khan will be able to ride again just in time for winter.
Well, it rains all the time anyway. So
I was going to say, that's any season, surely.
that's my dry season.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. Porky555 comes back with, I'm not new, a.k.a. Suzenet. Oh, it's Suzenet. 555. But you and Bobby can't pronounce it how I like it pronounced. Suzenet.
Somebody send him a link.
Suzenet? Oh, I don't know.
I thought it'd be Suznet. Would it be Suznet with it being a Suzuki, I thought?
Yeah, well, that's what I thought, Suzenet. But anyway. But not to be confused with being Susie, of course, which was the very first time that we had an interaction, and everyone was saying, "Oh, I need to get her channel."
Yeah.
Susie and the Bandit.
He's actually a guy. He's a great guy as well. So, okay, Porky555. Excellent. I can pronounce that one okay, I'm pretty sure. And that's pretty good for me. Larry Davis says, got a pic I got to put on YouTube of a busser and a sidecar at Pool Bike Night. Oh, okay. So maybe Calm Bikers Ride Out could still go ahead if we can contact that person, the owner. I'd love to see that. A Calm Ride in a sidecar of a Hayabusa.
Who's this Cam Rider you keep talking about?
A Calm Ride. Calm Biker in a Calm Ride, obviously.
I'm sorry they gave me medication.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry.
it's alright. I had a meltdown on Tuesday on Bobby's hand. It was awesome. But we all have them. And Von Swartznatter says, it's Wiggy getting a hard one on or a soft one for the ZX12. You going hard or soft on it, Wiggy?
Well, it's already got a hard one on it.
Excellent. Okay, right. Let's get on to our first topic then, because time's flowing on, but I think we're doing quite well so far. So Bobby's topic is riders riding without appropriate equipment in terms of protection. Now, obviously, everyone's got their own free will to ride however they wish to, but I'm just going to go. I want to take it to Bobby just to elaborate on his topic, because I don't like to try and take a topic in the wrong direction from the topic owner. So, Bobby, you just want to clarify your question, and then we'll throw it open to the panel.
All right, yeah. Like I was saying before, I had done a video on one of my fashion pet peeves, and it's the guys that walk around pretty much looking like this. Can't stand it. Drives me nuts. Oh. These guys make it, and some of them just take it a little bit too far.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, the point I hadn't gotten a chance to edit the video for it yet. And I'm walking around the corner just to take a walk, and I see a guy going by on a Ninja 250, and like I said, he was wearing the tank top and the shorts and the flip flops and the pants hanging off his ass, and I'm just thinking, what do you say to these people? Like, if you had the chance to just stop them, walk up to them, and talk to them about what they're doing, what would you say to them? Because I know for
get a bigger bike.
Well, if you think about it, get a bigger bike is a good idea, because if you get a small bike, then you'll end up with road rash and you'll end up with pain for years. If you get a bigger bike, you'll crash, die instantly, and all your pain will be finished.
Yeah. All our pain will be finished because we won't have to see them walking around with the pants hanging off the damn ass.
You'll also delete part of the Darwin pool.
Well, my question is, do they even know what that means?
You know what? That's what I did the video about. That's what I did.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to give it away then.
Your arse is for rent in prison or something, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. It means you're available.
You're available for a good old stabbing.
Oh.
I just want to quickly say that on Tuesday, Andy was wearing a tank top.
That was my racer's top. Or my stalker's top, as I like to think about it. I only put it on tonight so I could stalk a bit more, but,
It's in the wash.
Reminds me, I must get a new pair of them high-waisted trousers.
Have you seen his Stormtrooper?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Now I feel like Bobby.
Oh man.
Yes,
I mean, what would you say to these folks? I mean, they're walking around trying to act like they're a hard ass when all they're really doing is offering their ass. I mean.
Well, I will say this much: around here, there are, they're not really. You can call them. There's laws in place. You cannot dress like that in certain public places, which I think is good.
Yes. Oh yes.
Because at least they've got somewhere to park the bike.
Only if you're as big as Bobby.
I think if they had a bigger bike, maybe it would hold the pants up.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand what they're trying to say. It's like, hey, look, I can half dress myself.
Like when you got teenage kids, my stepson and my son are both teenagers, and they come across as lazy bastards because, like you say, with the trousers hanging halfway down their arsehole, the first thing your mother's going to say is, "For fuck's sake, pull your trousers up." But as an older gentleman as we are, the natural reaction when your fucking trousers start falling down is to pull them back up again.
Yep.
It must be uncomfortable. It's not a comfortable thing walking around with your strides halfway down the cheeks of your ass, is it? To be honest.
Well, I'll tell you what, Wiggy, half of them, because their trousers are down so far, they're walking with their legs apart like they shit themselves anyway. I see a bloke the other day walking down the road, he had his trousers round his fucking ankles nearly, and he was walking along the road like he'd got a fucking pile of shit in his fucking pants, because he couldn't keep his trousers from falling down.
What I like doing is watching the cup videos where some of these people try to run from the police, and the first thing they do is the trousers come down.
The thing is, when you got the trousers halfway down their ass, it looks as if they've got the fucking runs anyway, doesn't it? I mean, make to worry about the colostomy bags. There might actually be a colostomy bag per leg. Trousers pulling down to the floor.
Oh, bad.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of YouTube videos where they've had to break into a run quite quickly. They're just falling over their arse because the flipping trousers have tripped them up because they're so far down their flipping arse.
Thug life is so tough.
Yeah, I think the youngsters especially think it's a fashion thing, it's like the rips in the jeans and all that sort of stuff. They seem to be going for a fashion. But the teenage lads for the last couple of 3 or 4 years have been wearing strides that sort of, you wear your belt around your kneecaps, and it seems to be the way to go. But I don't know. I get look damn lazy to me.
I don't know. I suspect we're in danger of just sounding like a bunch of old farts here.
You're probably
Well,
right there.
most of us have been riding for a while, and we've been there where all we've done is wore a pair of jeans, t-shirts, maybe a couple of cycling gloves whilst we've been on the bike or whatever when we were younger. And we've grown up and realised how stupid that is. You know, either because we've had an accident or we just suddenly realised that this is a really stupid idea, and if we did come off, it's going to hurt.
From the motorbike perspective, it's important. I think the fact of people wearing the trousers hanging off their ass. I mean, I personally think it looks a bit silly, but then again, go back 20 years and what we were wearing, go back 30 years and what people were wearing. You know, my parents were exactly the same with me. Why are you wearing all that stuff? Because you don't like it.
Yep.
I think gear wasn't readily available or as inexpensive as it is now. It's a lot cheaper than, say, like they always say, it's better the cow's hide than mine.
Yeah.
It wasn't as cheap as we can get it now. Gear is so inexpensive as opposed to rising insurance rates because you got to cover someone who wrecked with nothing on. You know, that's how they compensate. They charge us more, while the dickhead rode with nothing. I'm like, I'm sorry, he was an idiot. Just let him go.
He was an organ donor.
I actually liked her comment that Bobby made earlier on. There was a young lady with extra sod all on standing by this black rose, and I think Bobby had commented on the lack of riding gear. Wasn't it, Bobby?
Yeah.
I must admit, she did pretty good though, didn't she?
Oh, dude, I thoroughly enjoy that picture.
Yeah, I mean, if we get it in line with the topic of bikes, and I mean, I think Bobby mentioned flip flops. I mean, that is the epitome of
stupidity.
Yeah, it really is. I've never actually stopped a rider though that's decided to wear flip flops or trainers or whatever. I've never stopped them and said, "Hey, look, you're being a dick." But because they're kind of just doing that for themselves anyway. But I don't condone it in any way, shape, or form. And you know, if people want to ride without protection, it's just a drain on us, though. I think in terms of like Bobby, you mentioned about the insurance and stuff. You know, when people get all this road rash and broken bones and all sorts of stuff going on, I do hate paying out for stupidity. I really do.
Yeah. I think it's a common sense thing, lads, to be honest with you. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to ride through like that, you know, and you have an accident in the biggest welter hurt. There's no two ways about it, mate. I mean, if you come off your bike, you not have the right sort of protection. With the effect of losing layers and layers of skin, with the chance of losing muscle as well as that, you know, it's just ridiculous. It's not worth taking a risk. If you're riding around with flip flops on, then
yeah, I mean, the only thing that I would say is that you know, if you are a young rider and you like to ride, I mean, quite commonly you'll see stunt riders riding around in jeans and everything else, and you think, oh my God, they ride without protection. So you're wrong, because stunt riders do wear protection, and it's all hidden underneath their jeans and everything else. I'll tell you that right now. You look at their stunt bikes.
Bobby's just stuck that picture up all the way. Look at it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that gear, is it?
Well, there is a helmet, so I mean, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing she's probably never ridden that bike.
A fucking ride there.
You're a married man, for Christ's sake. Behave yourself.
She could ride my cross truck any day.
Yeah, he'd just do an apology video afterwards anyway. Do his missus, she'll be alright.
She's too young for you anyway.
I'm only 30.
But
she's about 14.
For a second, just to be serious for a second, all right? The stunt riders wear armor. I can tell you that for nothing, and it's hidden underneath their shit. And the
Is it squidgy?
Trying to get a serious point across here. Thanks, guys.
No, mate.
Oh, Richard, I love you.
If you're young and you're like 20 and you've got everything going for you, what's the last thing you want to happen? To be disabled permanently at the age of 20? No. So just wear some protection, and then the next day you'll be fine if you have an accident, and you'll still continue to have a great life, as opposed to being disabled in some way and regret the day that you went out on your bike without protection. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's just like having sex. Wear protection, or you'll regret it later on.
Absolutely. Yep.
I was happy that I was brought up in a family that used to riding bikes and whatever, because my mum said to me, "You're not having a bike until you got all the gear." And she got me my boots, and my dad got me my helmet, so I got my jacket and stuff like that, and we went from there. And if it wasn't for them, I could have been a squid, and I could be permanently disabled now with a bad neck or something.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, when I started biking, when I got onto road bikes in motocross, strangely, I wore all the armour. But then when I got my motorbike, my first motorbike, I didn't have any gear really. I had jeans and a leather jacket, and some fairly decent shoes, boots, but nothing that would really protect me. And so I took a risk back then. But like Sergeant Markins says, that you can get armour so much cheaper now. There's no excuse really. I don't think anyway.
No, you can spend what, $10,000 or say 13,000 pounds on a bike. You can definitely afford some gear.
Yeah.
Or I hope you can. I hope but they don't. Like a lot of the Busa riders here in the States.
My first leather jacket was £40 from one of the flea markets that we have here. That's about $80.
Was it full of fleas?
Flea market.
Oh. Wex? Hello, Wex.
Hello, Tosh. How you diddling, duty?
Fucking hell, you're on. How come you're so good?
What?
How come you're on?
Sorry?
Tosh, you guys don't understand the internet.
No, what I mean is normally he wakes and he's like, and he's fucked.
Believe it or not, mate, the PC at home, I've just upgraded that after 10 years, and that was starting to play. But the power supply unit down has given me all sorts of grief, mate. I've just upgraded me internet, and on 155 megabytes download speed, and the upload is probably as quick as it was download with the old company. But at the moment, if this is smooth enough, I'm actually on 3G on my mobile phone at work.
Now?
Yeah, seriously.
Technology, eh?
Yeah, I'm on 3G.
Right,
You're special.
Let's get back on topic. Has anyone else got anything to say about people riding around without?
I remember saying once in a vlog I done a long while ago about squidding, and I always say there's one thing that human beings don't like doing, or wouldn't like happening to you, and that's you can't wipe your own arse. That is fucking bad. And if you fall off them bikes and you take all the skin off your hands and whatever, and you've got to let some fucker wipe your arse, that ain't fun. So wear gloves, and wear boots and wear the gear. Because I won't want nobody to wipe my fucking arse unless I'm in a home,
Tell you what, if someone else wiped my arse, they'd only do it fucking once.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if you can't wipe your own arse, that's not going to be fun, is it?
Oh, God, I wear gloves when I wipe my own ass, that's for sure.
Yeah. So you'd be a prat if you did. But I'll tell you what, going back to squid, and if you think about it, when Aaron, my boy, had his accident, he had all his gear on, and he still come out with serious injuries. But trust me, if he hadn't been wearing that gear, he'd have been wearing flip-flops, shorts, and a T-shirt, he'd have been dead. There's no doubt about it. So it just proves that wearing the right stuff, will give you a little bit more protection, and sometimes you can come out of it alive,
Yeah.
The only people we sort of generally see around our way around here is the kids, the youngsters. They're sort of riding around all these cheap Honda 90s on and so forth, and they might be riding around with not so much shorts but just T-shirts on and no gloves and that sort of thing. That's going to come down to experience, but you only got to come off once and hurt yourself. And I guarantee you they'll be straight down to town to get themselves a pair of gloves if they've still got a pair of hands to put them on in the first place.
The thing I don't understand, like you see all the scooter riders and learners and just general riders, and the first thing that when you come off your bike, the first thing that goes on the floor is your fucking hands, and they're hitting the floor at 30 mile an hour. That's gonna go, mama.
Yeah.
So buy a pair of gloves. You don't have to buy a pair of gloves. Buy a pair of welding gloves. You know, the real tough leather welding gloves. I think they're about £6. That's it.
Yeah.
That's good enough. Buy a pair of gloves. You don't have to buy protect boots and everything like that if you can't afford it. But buy a pair of gloves for fuck's sake. Gloves.
Then you can wipe your arse then, can't you?
Well, you need them for wanking.
Yes, you do.
I mean, wiping your ass, sorry.
Gloves?
No, wanking.
Do you need gloves for that?
What, wanking?
Nobody told me.
Yeah, I always wear protection.
You just need a sock.
Broken fingers can be healed, you know, the bones can be brought back together. But
only if they're still attached.
Yeah, but like M13, he's lost 2 of his fingers because of his accident. And when he's on a scooter, he didn't wear proper biking gloves or those kind of things.
It's always going to be your extremities. So that's why we wear a helmet, because that's an extremity, your head, your hands, and your feet. So do you know what? If people want to ride in a pair of jeans and they've got a decent pair of boots on and a decent pair of gloves and a decent helmet, they've got a good chance of not being so, coming off so bad. They'll have probably a lot of road rash if they're wearing jeans, obviously. But you
can get Kavanaugh jeans though, all the time. They're really fashionable now. Yeah. You see more. I wear them more now than I do leathers. If I'm riding around town or anything, I just put me Kavanaugh jeans on. I'm quite happy with them. We've got knee protections and side protection in them, and that do me.
I think as a case with anything like that, you've got to be a little bit careful as to the quality that you're paying for. I think in the last sense. Spend a little bit more, on gear than that might necessarily be the case. I mean, anybody can pick up a pair of Kevlar type jeans for 25, 30 quid. You see them all the time. But if you're going to go buy yourself a decent pair, they're going to be 80, 85 pounds plus. Yeah.
But if you're on a tight budget, I would definitely do your extremities first. Obviously, helmet, hands, and feet. Ankles as well. Ankles, fucking hell. And I'll tell you what. When your ankle's fucked, that means you can't walk ever again properly. Do you know what I mean? So seriously, just invest a bit of money in your boots. Fuck, I tell you.
Might I suggest shoulder protection?
Yes, shoulder armour. If you're going to go motocrossing, you want to wear proper motocrossing armour, because the last thing you want to do is go onto a tabletop that isn't a tabletop and go down the other side of a big drop and then break your collarbone.
Yeah, but we all know that though. Well, hang on a minute, Richie didn't.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Hey, Tosh, you're working in haulage now, mate. You recognise these gloves, proper leather driving gloves, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely superb, mate. If for whatever reason I need to use my bike when I'm at 20 yards, these are fantastic, mate. Full cowhide. They're absolutely fantastic.
And how much would they cost? About £4?
These are about between £8 and £10, depending on where you get them from. They're absolutely superb, mate.
I'll tell you what, Skeggy, that'll be better than some of the gloves that you can buy off M&P or fuck knows what.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, because they're proper hide.
Oh, hang on, before you go, hang on. I'll show people. Stay there.
I'm glad you said that, because I was just about to nip down the shops.
No. Right, this is a welding glove. You can't see it because I'm in dark. But there's a pair. Obviously, it comes with a pair. Thick as stock. I mean, really thick. And they were £3. And that's all you need. Don't ride without gloves. Ever.
Never ride without gloves.
helmet, gloves, boots,
Yeah.
and underpants.
On your head.
No. Have you ever gone to hospital and not wore underpants? The nurses give you a really weird look.
I'd say on that subject, make sure you ain't got no skiddies in them, man.
Oh, Andy.
Yeah, always wearing the clean pants on.
Oh yeah, always ride with clean pants.
Well, we know Sergeant Markins doesn't wear pants. He prefers his thong.
Well, yeah, that'll be another strange look for the nurse, won't it?
Yeah, well, I do wear my riding pants. I just have the thong underneath.
Oh.
Oh, do you have a lucky thong, do you, Sergeant?
Oh, yes, it's got my logo on it.
Can you buy those, Sergeant? Your branded thongs?
Oh, let me find it. You.
No.
No. What?
Oh.
I know he's going to find a branded Sergeant Martin thong.
Oh my gosh, what did I do with that picture?
All right, we're all waiting with bated breath now.
No, we're not.
No, I think I've seen it before. You know, when we used to go on to NT8 hangout. I'm sure that's the picture he's looking for.
Yeah. Traumatized out of the rest of his fucking life, I reckon.
I'm not wearing it. I'm not wearing. I didn't model it.
Sergeant, I don't want to see you wearing it.
Ever.
But I'm sure I'll find it.
I mean.
Oh, I know I found it.
We've got a load of guys here from England, and we've got one bloke which I've only ever met once, which is Jimmy in the corner there. Hello, James.
Hello.
What gloves do you wear and protection?
I bought some Triumph gloves many years ago, and I still wear the same old kit I bought 20 years ago.
I think that's it.
Comfortable in it.
Well, that's what you call an investment.
Yeah. I just feel comfy and I feel secure in it, and I'm happy with them.
Yeah, you would be happy with this also.
Oh, God.
There it is.
I'm sorry. I'll stop the screen share.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's a nice banana hammock.
Oh dear. So yeah, if you want some Sergeant Markins thongs, then you know where to go. Check out Sergeant Markins' channel and get them there.
Are they made of silk though?
I think they're 100% cotton.
Oh, Betty Swallocks.
Right, I think it's great. Time to go to the Q&A before we go.
Next question, please.
Yeah, let's move on. So anyway, Big Kev, he's already gone now, but maybe I'll watch it back. Bye, Big Kev. He says he's off to work. I'll catch up later. Cheers, guys.
One bloke I'd like to meet.
Yeah, indeed. Just need to get to Australia. Right, Larry Davis says, I've seen a Harley rider in Weymouth in a string vest and trainers. Oh, hang on. Everyone looks surprised. Oh, really?
Hey.
And something else, hopefully. Not just string vest and trainers.
Probably got a pair of chaps on as well.
I'm sure it's been done. So thanks for that one. Von Schwarzenegger says, I always wear a bike back protector when I ride. Question mark.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, back protectors are great. I have to be honest. I don't use one. I used to use that when I was doing motocross. But yeah, it's another extra piece of armour that's going to always help. So if you plan on riding like to the extreme, I certainly recommend a back protector. Because coming off and landing on your back ain't great if you ain't got a back protector.
I've got one on mine so that when I'm just having a quick kip, it's my back's nice and comfy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great support. So the SMYRNA Cowboy.
Smyrna Cowboy.
Smyrna Cowboy. I know. I never know how to pronounce that. Thank you, Sergeant. He says, what do you guys think about dark siding? For those who don't know, it's putting the car tyre or tyre on the rear wheels.
I see his video. It was up this morning. I actually watched it. I think if I got this right, he rides a huge great scooter, big one, and he's talking about putting a car tyre on it because he gets about 6,000 miles out of a normal one. I think that's what he said. And a lot of these guys are putting these car tyres on, and they're getting like 20,000 miles out of it. But there's a difference on the sidewall or something he was on about, but that can be done. So it is putting a car tyre on the back. Yeah, I can see the video.
Lean.
It's a fairly common thing with the big cruisers. And, but I think the big window thing is the fact that a lot of insurance companies they don't go for it at all. To be honest with you. Purely for the fact that obviously a motorcycle tyre is much more prolific in design than the car tyre. Car tyres generally are obviously a square like an old Avon Deathmaster, albeit like a bit fatter. But I'll say a lot of the lads who have got the big cruisers with the bigger fatter rims swear by still going over to the dark side. Apart from the fact they're a lot cheaper to buy.
Yeah, I think this is what this guy was on about. He was on about this morning in his vid.
I had a friend of mine in California. When he built his bike around the same time I built my first one, he actually widened the back so much he put a Corvette tire on the back.
Wow.
And I'm talking freaking huge. And I took that thing for a ride, and it was just like, okay, make a turn. Nope.
No.
No.
Didn't the old electric gliders have flat tires?
Wait, what's that?
Didn't the old electric gliders have flat tires?
They had flat-ish tires, but they're nowhere near as flat as car tires. For car tires, you're flat all the way across. They had a flat apex on those old tires, but that's it.
If you think about a car, obviously a car wheel travels within reason on a flat surface. It doesn't lean left or right within reason unless pushed. The profile of a car tyre is completely 100% different to a motorcycle profile, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. For me, it's like, for the price of a tyre, seriously, do you want to, I mean, in the States, obviously, there's a lot of straight roads, which is fine, but you try and go around a corner with a profile like that, and it's not going to be a pleasant experience at all.
The companies don't invest in multiple compounds of their tyres just to get money out of you. They invest in multiple compounds of the tyres so that you are safer when cornering on a bike. And let's face it, the whole point of having a bike is so you can corner, because it's really nice feeling.
Well, that's the reason why we spend so much money on motorcycle tyres, because the design of the motorcycle tyre is far more extensive than any car tyre. Purely for the fact, I mean, the motorcycles they're producing nowadays, and they have been for years, require certain construction. Let's be honest with you, even the basic tyres that are used we can purchase nowadays are tenfold over tyres that were produced, say, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Such is the progress with motorcycle tyre manufacturing.
I think he said on his video this morning, if I got this right, because I did watch it, that he's got other mates who I think have put car tyres on these big scooters, and I mean, he's got a huge great scooter, that's a big one, and they think they're okay. You'd have to watch the video to see really what he's on about, really,
I would say that, a motorbike tyre is designed to be structurally sound at any angle.
Yeah.
A car tyre isn't designed to take side loads like a motorbike tyre does. And when you do put excessive side loads through a motorbike tyre, through a car tyre, because it's over or underinflated, it doesn't do what a motorbike tyre does when it gets a cut in it. A motorbike tyre with a cut goes down slowly generally. A car tyre explodes. So I wouldn't want to be doing 60, 70 miles an hour around a bend when my tyre explodes.
Richard, I don't think you could go around a corner at 60 miles an hour if you've got a car tyre on the rear.
Well, they overinflate them though, don't they? They put them up to massive because car tyres are like 25 psi.
Yeah.
But they overinflate them up to 40 or 50 psi to force them into a motorbike type profile so that you can turn corners on them.
Yeah,
exactly.
I thought I'd check it anyway. I had a quick check on the old interwebs. If you do it in this country, you're no longer insured.
Really?
Really?
I mean, I don't understand. I can't get it, because the thing is that when you're riding a motorbike, there's only two things stopping you from coming off, and they're the tyres. So why fuck about with it? Really? Seriously?
Why risk it?
That's why, even with motorcycle tyres, I mean, we're not talking about car tyres. I don't think any of us would ever wish to stick a car boot on a bike. But that's why we, when we purchase new tyres, we read the reviews, and you get as much focused history on a particular product, even the new ones. You read review, and speak to as many people as you can. Go on different forums that are sort of regarding your particular motorcycle. And then obviously you go from there. Different motorcycles handle differently with different types of tyres. But I bet each and every one of us has found, hopefully, the ultimate top for themselves at the moment for their particular bike. Some people will swear by Bridgestones, other people swear by Pirellis. It depends. It depends on what sort of bike you've got. They all handle differently, don't they?
I've ridden bikes and I've had cars, and I wouldn't think twice about for a car having a remold or a part worn or something like that, or one with a punctured repair, because if it goes down or explodes or whatever, you still got 3 tyres that are on the road that you can bring your vehicle over to, to repair. But if the same happens to a bike, one tyre goes down and you are potentially off. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And I know the tyre can go down and you can pull it over and this, that and the other, but if you don't know it's gone down, and bear in mind, I used to do 70 or 80 with a flat back tyre just to get the centrifugal force to hold the tyre to shape out. As soon as you try and go around a corner, your tyre's all over the place, and it's very easy to come off and kill yourself or have a bad day.
Well, I don't understand, because I've just bought a pair of RP3s for 140 quid. It's 140 quid, and that's going to last me all fucking year. So it's now, is it? It's now.
Tosh, is your missus done a bottom bubble?
My missus isn't here, she's at work. Woohoo!
So you've done it then?
No. I've just ripped my mouse apart.
Are you feeling cold?
I wanted to be in disguise. No, I'm in disguise. I'm not me, I'm Richard at the moment.
Okay.
So that's a bit fucking creepy, really. I thought you had a burger on for a little while.
I thought that was some sort of gift mask.
Here we are.
Right, I'm going to make you all jump. You ready? Boom!
Wow. Okay.
Okay, let's move on.
Did that really happen then?
That is the only jump you're going to get tonight.
Excellent. I feel quite relieved actually that you said that now. Right. Car tyres on bikes. Oh, come on. Everyone knows what a new tyre on a bike feels like when it's a bike tyre, and it feels awesome. Why the hell would you ever put a car tyre? I don't get it. No, don't. A proper biker wouldn't put a fucking car tyre on their rear, because it's going to go around corners. Extremely dangerous. Not less to say about the way that they deflate when they're punctured, which kind of is an explosion, basically, as Richard has already stated. Yeah, I'd stick with bike tyres for bikes, and nothing feels better than a new bike tyre.
One other point. Car tyres are designed to be flat at the bottom. So the tread pattern only works when they're flat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Correct.
So surely if you've overinflated to get an angle on it, is it even going to disperse water?
It
I
will,
mean,
but not in the
probably
correct
doesn't matter in certain places, but where I live, it rains all the time.
Richard, to be fair, I think that is a great question, and I think that anyone that puts a car tyre on a bike probably doesn't care whether or not it disperses water, whether or not it goes around a corner, whether or not they'll live to the next day. they probably don't care.
The only bike I've seen it work on is Batman.
Yeah.
There's such a huge compound difference there also, because you got to look at the fact that a car tire is designed to work with the weight of the vehicle.
And the sidewalls will bend when it's going around corners.
Yes, the weight of the vehicle is designed for the harder compounds on car or truck tires. So they have the weight of the vehicle embedding the silicone rubber into the asphalt.
Yeah.
I love the
Whereas-
way you said truck tires. I've now got a picture of a booster with an extended swing arm and a tire off an articulated lorry on it. Now that sounds cool.
if you go to get tires for any of your vehicles, they're categorized as a light vehicle or commuter car or a truck, a light truck type of tire, and that's what they're designed for. So if you get a light truck tire and put it on a motorcycle, there's no traction.
No.
There's no stickage. There's nothing to actually grab the asphalt with.
No. You will
American truck is a British pickup, isn't it?
Ah, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes, pickups.
Yeah, to me, truck is kind of 30, 40 tons.
That's the thing as well, is that the heat, because obviously motorbike tyres are designed to generate heat so they can get sticky and get grip. You put a car tyre on it, you never get enough heat in that to get the same grip that you would expect from a bike tyre. It's just like...
Not unless you did a burnout every time you took off.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think ultimately it's flawed anyway, because you're not going to be insured in this country for a start. And secondly, the only reason I could think of sticking on a car and you're not going to get the same amount of traction as if you done a burnout with a motorcycle tire.
The chap who done the question is American.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah. Look.
Well, it could be the same for him. His insurance company could decide to not cover him if something happens.
Yeah, and that might be different from state to state.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hi, is this my insurance company? Yeah, I just had an accident. Okay, have you made any modifications to your bike? Well, I did put a car tire on it. All right, you're fucked.
This is true. This is true. Here in the States, they'll find any excuse to exclude you from a claim.
Exactly, and a car tire, I think, is going to probably make you excluded.
Yes.
I think you're all wrong, gentlemen. My stabilisers are brilliant with car tires.
I bet they're homemade, Jim.
Yeah. I've got them on a brush handle.
Handle. It's so versatile.
Oh my goodness, we got a bunch more questions.
Yeah, I know. Let's move on from tyres then, because that's just crazy. And my perf says, "Who am I? Looks like a bit like a potato." Potato. Excellent. Thank you, Mike. I'm sure.
Dave, you've got to say potato. Go on, mate.
A potato.
Excellent. Jasutu77 says, I find from experience that budget tyres and performance don't get along. Car tyres of any sort on two wheels bike is insane. Yes. In my humble opinion, and I think we all agree, you just don't do it, do you really? Unless, of course, you don't give a fuck and you don't care if you die tomorrow. Put a car tyre on.
So, can I just, a little shout out real quick. I want to thank Smyrna Cowboy for being my very first subscriber.
Oh.
Yeah, and I know some. I can never say it properly. American Cowboy. He's an awesome guy. And if you don't know him yet, go and check out his channel and subscribe. And Mr. Cowboy, put a link in the description, in the comments to your channel, so that people can find you.
Definitely. Well, the sad part is we only live maybe 2 to 3 hours apart, and I've never met the guy.
Oh man, you need to sort that out.
I know. Come September, Smart Cowboy, if you're still watching, heading down to Tail of the Dragon, Deals Gap. I'm going to make time to definitely come and see you. I want to sign your helmet. Your riding helmet. Your riding helmet.
There's a lot of sex on here.
And on that note, I'll take another drink.
As long as you're using a felt tip pen, you'll be alright. Don't be using a fountain pen on that.
Right. Okay. there are questions. Let me just try and deal with ones that aren't questions. Larry Davis says, I wish they would show more adverts for motorcycles. Fed up of cage adverts. Yeah, well, that's a topic for the UK, because in the UK, motorbike adverts are apparently banned, but no one's told us, but we never see bike adverts.
They can't be banned. You do very occasionally get them on Eurosport. Very, very occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's probably because it's beamed over here from another country.
Yeah.
Whereas
Well, they would.
I haven't seen a British ad at all, and I wonder why.
No,
I mean the adverts I've seen have got British accents on them and things. So.
Yeah, I know, but they don't necessarily get brought on our standard TV in the UK, you know, the ITV and stuff. They're kind of more on the cable stuff. But yeah, I've not seen one for a long time, but then I don't watch that much TV.
Didn't we have some a little while ago from Honda, where he was driving like a motorbike, a car, and then he went into a bloody hot air balloon and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm not in the market for a hot air balloon at the moment.
Yeah, but that's you everything about Honda, the Dream, Ride the Dream. That was
Yeah, I think that was more Honda than a bike.
Yeah.
It was the only way they could squeeze a motorbike or two wheels into an advert in the UK. I mean, generally the normal standard terrestrial TV in the UK doesn't do motorbike adverts at all. And I can't remember when that stopped. It was probably like in, I don't know, about 1990 was the last time there ever was one. I don't know why.
I honestly can't even remember the last motorcycle advert I ever seen of it, really.
Yeah, we just don't get them. Right, Disuto77 says, any gear, in my humble opinion, is better than no gear. Other than ride within your ability, better to have it and not need it, other than need it and not have it. Yep. Along the lines, as it is best to carry 6, other than, oh, come on, what are you doing to me? I'll try that again.
I don't even get it. I don't get it.
Not need it. Along the lines, as it is best to carry 6, other than be carried by 6, as friends across the pond say.
Okay.
Does he mean carrying a coffin or something?
Don't know. I'm guessing 6. Yeah, you get 6 pallbearers and it come carrying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it means.
The last bit kind of confused me a little bit there, I have to say. But anyway, oh, here we go. I'm going to get this wrong, but it looks like Jahir A.
Oh, this is good. Go on, go for it. Right, go on.
Can I ask a question out of the topic?
Yeah.
Yeah, just ask the question, buddy. You don't ask to ask a question, just ask it.
No fucking topic.
Yeah, which topic? I don't know. So there we go.
Before we go any further, Andy.
Yes,
the raffle for the busser is tomorrow night, and I'll be filming it.
Excellent.
So if the handicapped person here, bless him, because he likes to fly.
Dave. Oh, sorry.
I don't like to fly at all.
Not you, Dave. If Richard fancies going, he can do it tonight. But I'll be recording it and sticking it up on my channel. For everybody to nick it and put it up on their channel.
Where's it at, Tosh?
Inglemeyer Club. I can pick you up if you want.
Do you want me to give my acceptance speech now for winning the Hayabusa?
Yeah, can do, mate. Yeah.
Wonderful!
Tosh,
I'm really glad that I've won the Hayabusa. Thank you very, very much. I'm hoping everything goes well for the family, and thank you.
You're welcome.
Tosh.
Yes.
Tosh, mate, how many tickets do they sell in the end?
I haven't asked. He hasn't counted, but it's a lot.
So it's hopefully it's going to be more than that. It's £3,000, wasn't it originally?
Yeah.
It's nearly double that.
My ticket numbers are like 250 something. So yes, I think they've definitely done well there. So that's brilliant.
So I'll just be recording it, and what I'll do, either I'll record it, or if I can persuade Richard and I'll pick him up, and he can record it, he can do all the editing and make it look superb. But we'll see anyway. But the results will be on YouTube tomorrow night.
Yeah, and if anyone's watching right now that would like a Hayabusa for £30, if you look on my videos on my channel, there's one about get a Hayabusa for £30. You might still be able to get in, get a ticket, and job's good. Hayabusa £30, and it's mint. Anyway, check that out.
You got three. You got Mr. B, you got Calm Biker, you got Tosh, and I believe you got Wyvern Biker. So any of those will have the link that you need.
Yeah, so go and check that out. I mean, that's a bargain, isn't it? 30 quid for a Hayabusa. Hello.
What I'll do is I'll get Richard to, because I know he can't ride. Bless him. So
I couldn't be far, to be fair. I now physically can't ride.
I'll pick him up tomorrow. We'll go down there and record it, and the lucky winner, could it be any one of these panel if they've paid for it? The lucky winner will be announced tomorrow night. So that's my news. Sorry about interrupting. Carry on, Andy. You're doing a great job.
Sorry. Well, whoever going to film the presentation of the bike, or?
I don't know.
Well, they can't do the presentation of the bike because I'm not going.
That's true.
Anyway, just film it, for God's sake. Live stream it. That would be awesome if you can live stream it.
I don't know how to do that. Richard might. Be really fantastic, but I don't know how to do it.
Brilliant. Well, have a chat with your boyfriend, see if you can sort it out.
I will do. Anyway, I'm going to get a beer and a pee, and Richard's gone out. So actually, Richard's left the room, so he might go get me a drink.
I've got to get going, lads, because I've got to get up in the morning. So nice to see you all, and have a good night.
All right, Jim.
Nice to see you, mate.
Good to see you, Jim. Shut up.
Cool hanging out, man.
He's looking good.
Much love.
Where's Keith gone? He popped up for a couple of seconds.
Oh, he'll be back any better, I guess. Right, okay, we've got another topic to get on to, which is ride-outs and idiots. But before we do that, just quickly get rid of these two questions in Q&A. Larry Davies says, I wear a back protector. It's called a sheep. Excellent.
That's the same as Andy, isn't it?
Well, we don't use them as back protectors, mate. We use them frontwards, mate, not backwards.
Use them as blue.
Doing Suffolk, mate.
It's all about give and take, isn't it, eh? Right.
It's a helmet protector.
Yeah.
It's a willy warmer for the winter.
Duto 77 says, Bobby, if you saw a sexy lady rider riding along the road with nothing on, would you have a dig at her?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Is that even a question?
It's not a
You're
question.
a married man. You shouldn't do it.
I'm not sure if that qualifies as a question. It's kind of more of a statement.
My wife would. I certainly can.
Okay, Desuto77 says, I would like a bus for 30 quid, be wasted on me, hence will give someone else the chance. Congrats. The future happy winner, though. Yep. Well, we shall see. It's a great cause, and so definitely, yeah, 30 quid, put 30 quid in, and jobs are good. Videos are on my channel, and everyone else is in the...
It's everywhere, isn't it? It's like viral.
It is. Okay.
So, Mr. B, I got to ask you a question. If you want Miss Busa, which one would you give to Mrs. B?
Well, it wouldn't be mine.
Well,
let's not forget, it is one of the first ever out of the production line, which is why one of the museums wants it. So it's one of the very first ones, as in the first 10. So it's very, very, very special. So you would give that to Mrs. B then?
It's the first 10.
Apparently, it's one of the first 10 ever to come off the production line. Apparently, I don't know.
Oh wow, I'm gutted then, because mine was the 200th off the production line.
So yeah,
if that's the top 10th one, then Mrs. B can have mine, and I'll.
That's why the museum wants it. It's something special about the number. Don't know, but it's.
And the fact that it's in mint condition.
It's well.
Close. I mean, for its age.
Toss, spit it out.
I've got a sneeze. Achoo.
Brilliant.
I can't remember what number it is, but it's bloody close to being, you know, that's why the museum wants it. So the museum's bought a ticket.
What museum wants it?
Rufford?
Yeah.
Is it Rufford? I can't remember, but it's one of the bike museums that want it, because it's one of the special ones. So we'll see.
Well, they bought more than one bloody ticket, the tight asses. My bike come out of the museum as well. But anyway,
It's called a fucking garage.
Huh?
It's called a bloody garage. Yours.
No, my buzzer was out of a museum.
Yeah, but you're all riding your 07 now, aren't you? Is it an MT 07 you're riding? No.
From work.
They still both get ridden, trust me. Right.
Right.
Let's move on because we've got another topic, and it is about ride-outs and idiots that come along to them. Now, this topic is from Dave, and also I think Kev had a bit of an involvement in this as well, Big Kev in Australia. Dave, I want you to expand, if you will, please, on your question for the panel, and we'll go from there.
Well, I was watching a video this morning, like Andy says, and it showed vloggers going on a ride out together, and a group of trial bike riders, supermoto riders, were speeding, dangerously cutting the other riders up round blind bends and corners, doing wheelies and things like this. And the bloke, at the end, he really didn't want to be with the rest of the crowd. And I was just wondering, if you were the organizer of the ride out, how would you deal with it? Would you just let them carry on? Would you say to them, look, refrain from that, otherwise please leave? Or would you just say to them, we don't want you?
I think what it was, Captain Cranky went out for a ride with some bikers, and these youngsters turned up. Well, the vlog he put up was a response video from mine, was wheelie or not the wheelie, and he'd seen that video, and he'd gone out for this ride, and he's got his youngsters turned up, and they were just being absolute idiots. And you know, at the end of the ride, he was sort of very, very angry, and I think some others were as well. And I think they were told never to come back in a polite manner. That's what he's saying. But you know, what can you do? They turned up, and you can see on the video that they nearly put Cranky into a ditch at one point. They were so bloody stupid around corners. But they were all youngsters, all on motorbikes, you know.
Yeah. Now, if I had been organizing the ride and all that, I'd make my way up to the front of the group, pull everybody over, and tell each and every one of them, get the fuck out.
Oh, normally, any sort of meet or ride out, you have a sort of a group meeting before you got a base point where you all meet up first and foremost. Generally, have a chat and a guess, and then you go through basically a code of conduct. Everybody who's experienced with meetups and ride-outs knows the code of conduct. Generally speaking, ride-outs and meetups.
I think Weggy, like we're going out on the one on Sunday with the Cobdock Bike Show, and if the weather's right, there's going to be several hundred bikes there, and their instructions is no overtaking in the group unless you have to because the bloke is too slow or it's a smaller bike. But you know, watch what you're doing and no fucking lunacy, you know. And they tell you that before we start, you know.
First and foremost, you just respect for other riders. You know, you're going to have to look after yourself and your respect for other riders to make sure that however they're riding, whatever speed they're driving, everybody feels comfortable and that they're enjoying the ride out. It's not a race. You go and fucking race. You go and find yourself a racetrack. Any organised meet that I've been on or ride out, so the code of conduct is put into place at the beginning. If you decide to, you're going to have little blips with people are going to overtake. And for some reason, especially with people with you know, cameras, say for footage, they might overtake. Just go down the run in a safe area and take some pictures of the bikers as they're going past, for whatever reason. Generally speaking, good behaviour, you know, is the way it's going to be. If you're going to have a safe ride out for everybody to enjoy it, and that is Stick your plate. Doesn't matter if you're doing 30, 40, 50 miles an hour. The whole point is that you're looking after everybody else as much as you can.
Yep.
I think ultimately, if you break that rule, then I think initially you're going to get pulled over. And if you continually being stupid, then obviously you're going to be kicked out of the run, and you won't be invited to come back.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, I think that's a given. If you're riding in a group, respect the group. The group as a bubble, protect the bubble. But if you're riding like a twat, then you need a special twat ride. I mean, I've gone out on a twat ride with Richard and Danny, and I've announced that it's a twat ride. We'll be riding like twats, and that's fine, so long as you know exactly what the structure of the ride is. But if it's just a general ride out, fucking show some respect. That's it.
Even as a twat ride, you still respect the fact that there's other users on the road. More to the point, you're going to look after the brothers that you're riding with. A twat ride is not going to be putting other people in danger, is it?
Yeah. If you want to do wheelies, and there's no reason why you can't go to a back road somewhere or a strip of land somewhere and do your wheelies, don't do them whilst you're riding to somewhere, because that's highly dangerous. Because even the stunt riders come off. That's why they've got these huge, whacking, great big cages around their engines of the bike, because when they drop the bike, it doesn't damage it, and they get up and they carry on again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about safety. It's about enjoyment. That's what ride-outs are all about. And don't get me wrong, we all enjoy speed. We all enjoy overtaking if we can necessarily in a safe manner. But, generally speaking, it's also is respect for other people. And especially is respect for the person who's organised it in the first place. Because these people who organise these things, they don't do this. Organised weeks in advance, months in advance sometimes, and you'd like to think that you can do the very best, not only to enjoy yourself, but make it enjoyable for the person who's put it together in the first place.
Yeah. Sometimes I ride like a twat on a ride out, and then I think, oh shit, I'm doing wrong. It's not that sort, you know what I mean? And then I calm down. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I fuck up and I feel bad, and then I stay at the back of the group and fuck up. So.
Yeah, but that's not to say you can't have fun on a ride out. Of course you can. But at the same time, like I say, it's all about respect for other people and safety first and foremost, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you never ride real close to the person in front. Give them some fucking room. That's the big bear. Is you're on a ride out and somebody's up your ass.
Yeah, generally speaking, I don't know about you lads, but when I go on ride outs, we do it like a staggered. There's bikers who tend to sometimes stick more curbside. I'm tend to be the biker who's sort of into the middle of the road. Because we stagger up, the biker who's inside, and I'll ride on the outside, and then the one behind me is on the inside, and the other one on the outside. Staggered.
I ride staggered except for corners. When I'm coming up to a corner, I ride my line around the corner. But when I'm on the straight, I ride staggered to whatever the person in front of me is doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you're breaking up really badly.
Your sound's going a bit dodgy, buddy. You might want to reconnect because your sound's going a bit dodgy.
Yeah, reconnect, mate, because your sound's gone.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But yeah, I mean, what I would say on this subject is that the rules for a ride out are pretty straightforward, really, and it's just be sensible and don't be a fucking dick. And that covers everything. So, no close overtakes, no riding ridiculously past other riders, no wheelies, no stoppies, just keep it sensible, really. And, stagger it when you're in a line, and as Dave said, obviously make sure that you ride your own line around corners. Don't try and stagger around corners, it doesn't work. Get your own line. So basically when you go into a corner, you spread yourselves out, and then when you're back in the straight, you stagger again and all that stuff. But yeah, any idiocy, just kick them off. And to answer Bobby's question, what would you do? I would just say, you know, let's stop it. Right, you're being a dick. If you don't stop it, you know, if you can't being a dick, just fuck off. Simple as that.
We had Andy here about 3 years ago. We had the Cobb Dock bike meet, and we had some youngsters being complete and utter fucking idiots. And I mean, trying to get the knees down around corners. When they pulled up at the destination, a couple of them turned around and said, hang on. Yeah, turned around and said, we're not staying here, this is boring, you lot are too slow. So they went off. But I can tell you now, I think it was about 2 months later, one of those boys is not with us anymore. He killed himself. So it just shows that, you know, these youngsters really should learn a little bit more and just don't, you know, I know when you're young you don't think about, you think you can live forever, but one of them's not with us now because he was being a tit and got himself killed.
I wish Wyvern Biker was there, because I remember one of the first videos I saw from him. He was, or hangouts. He was telling us about a ride out that he went on with a group of guys, and he will not ride with them anymore because the way that they were riding around was totally different to the way that he would like to ride. And yeah, I find that the more bikers that are there, the more likely these kind of things happen, because people want to show off in front of other people.
And I'm guilty of that. I am guilty of that.
We all are to a point. It's knowing when to rein it back, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, you say to yourself, "I'm being a bit of an idiot here. I've got to calm down."
Yeah.
I think the difference on I'm getting feedback from somewhere. The difference on the Captain Cranky one, I've just had a watch of it. It was people doing things that were not just stupid for themselves; they were dangerous for everybody on the ride.
Yeah.
So they were overtaking on blind bends. Hang on, right again, just mute you. Massive feedback there. They were overtaking on blind bends and then cutting back in front of people. And you're just asking for trouble. And on a ride like that, you take out one bike at the front, you might end up taking out 40 bikes. You know, if you want to go and practice getting your knee down and doing wheelies down the road and kill yourself, fair enough, that's your choice, but not in a group of 40 bikes. That's just stupid.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
I've lost my camera. Have I lost my camera?
You're still having a lot of echo from Wiggy, unfortunately.
But anyway, I think Bobby needs to go.
Yeah, I've got to run. I've just been talking to the wife on the text, whatever the hell that thing is, freaking modern technology.
Telephone.
Yeah, apparently, a trip that we were supposed to be doing next weekend has been moved to this weekend, which means I actually have to run and go and pack a suitcase because we're driving from New York to Maryland tonight. Yay!
Oh, well done.
Brilliant.
5 hours of driving through the night at like the last second. Wow.
Stick the cruise control on.
Oh, I never use cruise control. Never.
It's a good idea because it keeps you alert.
Yeah, I like to be in complete control of the vehicle, the car or the bike. You know.
No, you want cruise. You want cruise control. A nice pillow. Lean back. Nice warm air. Gentle, nice. And you're like, this is life.
Okay, yeah, you do that, Tosh, and you let us know.
Cruise control's brilliant. How else are you going to get in the back and have a kip while you're driving if you've got cruise control? And it's one less thing to think about when you're browsing the web on your tablet.
Exactly.
While smoking and having a drink.
And texting.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen too many accidents because of cruise control. I've seen several cars flip over in the rain because of cruise control. I've seen all sorts of stuff. If it's there, great. I don't care.
The best one for cruise control was the Winnebago rider, got bikes on the brain. The Winnebago driver that went to the back after putting it in cruise control to go and make a cup of coffee, and then wondered why he crashed because the car, the truck, whatever you want to call it, didn't go around the corner because he wasn't driving it.
Yep. Yep, that's fun.
Anyway, right, drive safe, mate.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. I'm actually thinking about sticking her and the kids in the car and taking the bike.
Good idea.
My friend does that. They go to Wales every year, and she takes the kids in the car, and he takes the bike.
I dare you. I dare you to do it.
Wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time. Last weekend I did the same thing, but we were only going to New Jersey, so that was like an hour and a half. But this is a 5-hour ride or a 5-hour drive, and I'm like, what's going to keep me awake? Wind. Yeah, I should take the bike.
I've done 14.5 hours with hour stops here and there.
Yep.
Dare you to do it.
Oh, I love doing long rides on the bike. The longest ride I've ever done on the bike, and people are going to think I'm stupid, but I only did it when I was, I think I was 20. I did a 29-hour straight through ride, like, you know, gas stops and stuff, but 29-hour ride. And I was going from, at that point I was in California, going up to the Dakotas to do the Sturgis Rally. And yeah, that was fun. The next couple of days of the ride were nice and short. Nice and short.
That kind of happens, that, doesn't it? You've had enough of the bike and you just want to get off because your ass kills you.
Yeah. But I gotta head out of here. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm actually going to keep this on so that I can listen while I'm packing and stuff. But love you all because you're freaking fantastic. And if anything,
I know.
I'll either see you on Tuesday or next Thursday. Hey.
See you later, mate.
Don't forget to get them low trousers on there.
Special wave.
Drive safe.
Andy, I think we've got a question for Tosh here from Vex.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Where is it?
Right on the top.
Right, let's select that one in. It'll be hey or one for Tosh, maybe.
Does it?
Dropped from the bottom of my bike near side stand overflow pipe. When I stopped after a longer ride, taking off rad cover reveals a screw hole that's been fixed before I noticed coolant leak around there. New rad ?
No. Let's have a look at the situation. The coolant dropped out of the bottom of the bike, which would mean, I would say it's an overflow pipe near the side stand. Yeah, definitely an overflow pipe. So, when stopped after a longer ride, obviously it's going to be hot. Taking the rad cover off reveals a screw hole that has been fixed. And I noticed coolant leak around there. No, I would fix the coolant leak, but the side stand, the coolant leak in the side stand, I would say it's just higher pressure, too much coolant. It's come out of the overflow pipe, which is completely normal. So I would, not happy with that screw. Been fixed.
Locate the expansion tank and keep an eye on it. Make sure it doesn't go below the lower level.
I think it would be above level, to be honest, wouldn't you, Dave? Be above level to.
No. I mean, because she's losing it, locate the expansion tank. As long as it doesn't go below the lower level, then she doesn't need to worry. It's only if she starts losing lots.
Yeah, keep an eye on the expansion tank. Apart from that, I'd keep riding. I mean, it's been quite hot over the last couple of days.
Was that the baked beans you had, Biggie?
That's why I wear a mask. But yeah, it's completely normal if your bike is overfilled with water because it's had a leak. They might have overfilled it slightly. Then you're going to get a few drips out this little pipe near the side stand because there's a pipe that runs down near the side stand, and it's going to drip out of there a couple of times. That's absolutely normal. The fact that you've had a screw hole, don't like that because you can't really fix them.
Yeah, I mean, all I would say is that was your bike overfilled when you got it? If it wasn't overfilled, then I would want to take a look at it. And that's all I would say, really.
I'll agree with you, Andy. Yeah, you take it from there, mate.
Yeah, no, I mean anything like that. I mean, if you've not changed anything about your bike, and then things start happening, then there's probably an issue. If you've just recently did a service and filled the coolant up, and maybe possibly overfilled it, which you can easily see by looking at the expansion bottle. You can't overfill a radiator on a bike. The bike radiator, you can fill that right up to the top. It's the expansion tank where you can overfill it. So if your radiator is full, which it should be, right to the brim, check your expansion tank and see what that's doing. But if you're starting to get leaks and you've not overfilled, then yeah, you want to check out to see what's going on there.
Yeah, definitely. And I agree with Dave. You know, just keep an eye on the expansion tank level. And if she's planning any ride outs or anything, if it's still leaking, do herself a favour and bring just even if it's just a small bottle of water, just to top it up if need be. But preferably, if it is still leaking, get it sorted.
Yeah, the thing that concerns me is taking off the rad cover, which is obviously the front cover, reveals a screw hole, obviously a stone or something, that's been fixed before, and she's noticed coolant leaking out of it.
She's
asking, is it a new rad?
She has done a follow.
Yeah. I would get a new rad anyway.
I can't imagine why there's a screw hole there, unless it was. It's not normally a screw hole in the radiator.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the only things that we should screw into a radiator is the stuff that screws it to the frame.
Yeah, absolutely, on the frame.
That's it. If there's screws anywhere else, then someone's having a laugh.
I think she's bought another part to it on here.
Yeah.
Hang on, it's been doing it for a month. Tank is at the right level, it seems, and doesn't seem to be losing coolant. But rad was low. That's impossible. Up to coolant.
Yeah, I'm not quite understanding that, Bex.
That your rad should be a complete she might air leak.
Yeah, but the coolant's got to go somewhere, Tosh. It can't just disappear. It'll either go in the expansion bottle or it'll be in the radiator. One of the two.
Yeah, I mean, if it's been running fine, I wouldn't have thought they would have an airlock in the system.
Could it be possible that the I don't know how old the bike is, but could it be possible that the pressure relief valve might be dodgy? And
yeah.
I
would suspect the rad though. I mean, if she's got an airlock and the airlock's come out, then that bubbles straight up to the top of the rad. But instead of Skeggs, wouldn't that bubble up straight up to the expansion tank? Wouldn't it?
Yeah, hang on. Bex has sent a link to a picture now.
Hang on.
Picture's coming to the hangout.
I'll bring the picture up for everyone because I can't add to this.
Richard, right, got you.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm not as fast at typing as I was.
Oh, bless you.
It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, that screw hole is it's an air trap, isn't it? It's an air trap release.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's an air trap release. It's what you use to purge the radiator.
Yeah.
When you fill the radiator up and the expansion tank and everything's full, you run the bike and you take that screw out and that purges any of the air out. There should be a bolt in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can see what it is now.
It's a petcock. For want of a better word, it's a petcock. So you need, if that's a 10 lower, I reckon that's a 10. I reckon M8, standard M8 on the top there.
So what is it? Without the screw?
Yeah, it's just a petcock. She's lost.
That's exactly where it's leaking from, is it?
Looks like it because you can see the witness marks on the right hand side falling down off the radiator.
Yeah. Oh, you can't you?
So I don't understand. She took that screw out.
No, those
screw it
those
on.
screws appear to be holding the radiator guard on. If you look further down the lines of photos.
Yeah,
There's
but
more photos, is there?
but the top of the wherever that is, it's at the top of the radiator. Where's the screw that holds that in?
But it's a petcock that should be either plastic or it certainly won't be aluminium because that's not an aluminium head. So they won't put alley to alley. What bike is it? A Triumph?
It's a Honda Hornet.
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 Yeah.
Clearly, there's a missing screw.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, judging by the thread and everything, I'm guessing there's a missing screw.
There's definitely a missing screw, yeah.
From what I see from Richard's picture, if you look later on down the line, that looks like it's on the side, and that's where you screw in the radiator guard around the front. There's one hole at the bottom, one hole at the top, and I think it's on both sides.
Anybody know what year it is, the Hornet?
It's
2006, 2007.
So it's the same as the CVF 600,
I
which will be, that's the top left-hand corner of the engine.
Yeah, I'm just getting hold of the service manual for it.
All right, I'll tell you what we do because we're nearly on our 2 hours. Beck, stick around and maybe join Hangout. We're just about to go off air, so you're more than welcome to join. I think you've probably got the link. I'm sure you're in the group. If you're not, I can send you a link anyway. But it has got to that time now where we need to say goodbye. But before we do that, I'm just going to attack the Q&A and just see where we need to say goodbye. You see, we help anyone on here, so Beck, stick around. We'll see if we can sort that out for you. But in the meantime, we need to go off air. So let's go and attack. Right, so anyway, Rat Biker says, Rat Biker's a new one. Another one, good one. It says, I'm sure them holes are just to hold the plastics on. Yep, but there is quite a lot of a coolant around that hole. We will get there. We will understand what's going on. Desuto77 says, systems with expansion tanks are usually not meant to be filled fully. Hence expansion tanks, and you fill from tank side. If you fill from the rad, you will have an overflow tank instead. That's my experience with cars anyways.
Right, before you go any further, Bex needs to join the Hangout before we go off air.
Yeah,
I can send her a link. I got her on Skype.
Yeah, I'll send her a link on Skype. She's not on Skype at the minute, but if you want to go and check your Skype, there is a link in there now.
Yeah. So Larry Davis says there's enough idiots on the road without adding to it. I'm guessing that's in relation to squidders and rideouts.
Too bloody right, he's right there.
Larry Davis says, unless it's a ram, Andy.
Oh yes, certainly. Yes. They always say a ram in the hand's worth two in the field.
Yeah.
Oh.
Glad you said field then.
Who the fuck says that?
Larry Davis said, safe trip, Bobby.
Yeah, safe trip, Bobby.
Hans Farts Nata says, if you look at the big rideouts here in Germany, we always have police with us. If you ride like a dick, you are out big time. Yeah, there was a time when we used to get police escorts in rideouts, but not anymore because of budget cuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, not anymore. Okay, so Larry Davis says, right, all gents, great hangout again. Cheers, buddy. You can't even see my face. I don't think my camera's working, but I'm saying cheers, buddy, with thumbs up anyway.
That's nice.
And just always tend to ride staggered. However, on a bike safe ride out, I got told to move closer to the line. I imagine that the copper giving this incentive is taking the group ride out of equation and treating it as a solo non-group ride. Yeah. It always makes sense to ride staggers because if you ride in a straight line, you're just going to get all this shit off the person's tyre in front of you. So
it also limits your braking distance because you can only you and the person in front of you. That's where you are. Whereas if you're riding staggered, you've got a complete twice the distance basically to stop in if you have to quickly.
Yeah.
And actually, you've got a runoff zone as well.
Yeah.
Not round bends.
No, but if anything happens to you in front, somebody goes down or something, and you're staggered, that gives you a point where you can actually escape going over them.
Just
Yeah.
don't forget to run that.
The other thing
You don't want to go staggered round bends though, because you.
No. When you go around bend, you take your own line.
you take the line that you would normally take, but the other thing about being staggered as well, you can also you can keep a better eye on the other riders, sort of, in front and behind as well, as to see what's happening. Sometimes you have a rider might drop off for some reason, and if you're riding staggered, you're somebody's more likely to see somebody dropping off, and then you can do something about it, kind of.
Yeah, I think really, in summary, just to finish that one off quickly, if you ride in a straight line, you're a bit of an idiot, really. And basically, you need to just ride staggered because you have all of those benefits and so much more of why you would ride staggered, as in stopping distance, viewing distance, being able to see and everything else, unless you go around a corner and then you take the right line. Okay. So let's end this now, and many thanks for watching. I'm sorry my camera failed. I think it's failed anyway. I don't believe you can see me at the moment, but I guess you can hear me, which is good. So that just leaves me to say, for everyone, would you all like to say goodbye? Let's start with Car Biker.
Bye.
Excellent. Cheers, Richard. Stop getting me.
Bye, everybody. Be good.
Awesome. Cheers, Tosh.
Fuck off. Yeah, that's been a great night. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, cheers, very nice one, buddy. And Dave.
Bye, everybody. We've given you some good advice and cheered you up tonight. Tat up.
Yeah, you never know. Cheers, Dave. And that only leaves for me, who I believe is now currently Mr. Invisible. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for the great questions, and we will see you next week. And don't forget, of course, Bobby has a hangout on a Tuesday at the same time. So always check out Bobby's hangout too. That's the Beast Rider. And I'm sure I'll pop a link down below anyway. If you're not sure where you can find that channel. Right. So good night. Love you all, and don't forget to ride safe, ride invisible.
Ride your life like a boss.